Welcome to another edition of A Game a Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. I'm Isaiah Rhodes, and today's matchup is Game 7 between the Brooklyn Nets and the Milwaukee Bucks. This series is going back and forth, with the Bucks recently winning Game 6 at home, and now the Nets have to look to uh, sustain home court and finish out this series. For the Nets, they have James Harden. He returned in Game 5 without Kyrie Irving, and he tried his best despite not playing up to the potential that maybe he would want. And then when you look at what he did in Game 6, he had 16 points. He was able to get a number of steals. He wasn't really attacking as much uh, off the dribble, but he did work some floaters in there toward the end of the game. He was more of a jump shooter, but he definitely was out there. He played 40 minutes compared to 46 in Game 5. But uh, the Nets let the game get away from them late in the fourth, and the Bucks were able to pull away and solidify Game 6. 38 points for Chris Middleton, a playoff career high for him, to complement the 30 points from Giannis Antetokounmpo. And here we are. The Nets have given up 3 points to Brook Lopez. And then, after Bruce Brown misses a layup at the rim, Giannis Antetokounmpo gets out early and finds PJ Tucker in the right corner for 3. So far, the Nets have a turnover as James Harden and Kevin Durant had a miscommunication, which led to the Brook Lopez 3. Now, after the PJ Tucker 3, Kevin Durant comes back with a mid-range jumper from the left block, knocks it down. So the Bucks are up 6-2. Winner of this game advances to the Eastern Conference Finals, where they'll be waiting for the Game 7 winner of the Atlanta Hawks and Philadelphia 76ers. Turnover by Giannis Antetokounmpo as he got in the air, then looked to kick it out to the corner. Miscommunication there. So it's a turnover for the Bucks that leads to a Kevin Durant three-pointer from the left block. So Kevin Durant's last game here in Brooklyn, Game 5, he had 49 points of a virtuoso performance, 49 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists. Brook Lopez misses a 3, set up by Giannis, perfectly able to draw and kick. Lopez had previously just knocked down a 3, but that 3 rimmed out. Joe Harris looking to attack the right baseline. He doesn't go up for the layup, instead dribbles it around, gets it back out to the top of the key where the Nets reset. James Harden takes the 3, draws a foul on Giannis. Giannis says he didn't foul. We'll look at the replay as Harden sets up Giannis for the step back 3. It looks like James kicked out his foot to get in the landing space of Giannis, but again, Harden will take anything at this point in terms of just getting points on the board. We look at what Durant and Harden have done in Game 7s in their career. Each are 3-1 in Game 7s, so they have the experience. The one loss that Durant has, the one loss that Durant has in Game 7 goes back to 2016, where he lost to the Warriors in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference, Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. The one loss that Harden has in Game 7 goes back to his Game 7 against the Warriors, which the Warriors had Kevin Durant in 2018, and the Rockets lost at home. So Harden goes Harden goes 3 of 3 at the free throw line. So Brooklyn is up 8-6. Drew Holiday with the basketball. He had somewhat of a breakout game. He had 21 points of 8 on 8 of 21 shooting in Game 6. Shot horrible from 3, but was able to contribute in other ways. Durant on the runners. Drew Holiday missed a shot. Kevin Durant takes the 3, misses. So pulled down by PJ Tucker. Holiday with the basketball, slowed down by Bruce Brown. Pulls up for 3, he misses it off the back rim. In Game 6, Drew Holiday was 1 of 10 from 3. He was 1 of 10 of 3. I mentioned his 8 of 21 shooting, but again, he was able to contribute in other ways, which allowed for him to contribute to what Chris Middleton and Giannis Antetokounmpo was doing. Missed 3 from Drew Holiday led to an offensive rebound by Chris Middleton, and Blake Griffin trying to strip the ball from Middleton commits the foul. So Bucks retain possession. 9 on the shot clock. They get it to Middleton. On the right wing, guarded by Harden. Pull-up jumper from Middleton rims out. So still 8-6, Nets lead. Outlet pass to Kevin Durant. Skip pass over to Joe Harris from the left wing for 3. And if you're the Nets, that's what you need to see from Joe Harris. He shot really bad in this series. In Game 6, though, he went 4 for 9 despite the blowout, which the Bucks won. The Nets are on an 11-0 run right now as Milwaukee started the game 6-0. The Nets have scored 11 straight points, but Chris Middleton comes right back, draws a foul on the 3, so he'll come back and try to get 3 of those points back. Well, they say the foul. They say that while Middleton was fouled, he was on the floor, so the 3-point attempt won't count. Giannis Antetokounmpo trying to attack Blake Griffin. He gets it out to Middleton. 4 on the shot clock. Middleton drives the right baseline. Gets it up on the rim. Can't finish. Brook Lopez trying to get the offensive rebound. He does. Giannis Antetokounmpo takes the 3. He makes the 3. So big 3 for Giannis. In Game 6, he went 12 of 20 from the floor. Didn't take any 3s. He was very, very efficient in how he attacked the Nets. Here tonight, he takes his first 3. He makes it. So it's an 11-9 game. Joe Harris trying to find James Harden. Might have been deflected. We'll see who's possession. So they say Nets possession. Brooklyn up 11-9. 7:24 to go here in the first. This is the Nets. This is the Bucks' first Game 7 since 2018 versus the Brooklyn Nets against the Boston Celtics. Excuse me. Boston ended up winning that game. Joe Harris, top of the key, takes the 3, set up by a screen from Bruce Brown. Harris misses the 3. Middleton, working the left corner, steps into the post against Bruce Brown. Gets it out to Drew Holiday, going against Joe Harris. Behind the back dribble to the left hand, and he finishes off the glass with the left hand. Great move there by Drew Holiday. Holiday guarding James Harden. Now Harden has the switch with the Thanasis Antetokounmpo. Thanasis trying to stop Harden. He commits the foul. So Harden will go to the free throw line for 2. 6:42 to go here in the first quarter. Game tied at 11. This is the Eastern Conference Semifinals, Game 7 between the Brooklyn Nets and Milwaukee Bucks. The winner will go on to the Eastern Conference Finals. Stay tuned for more, as this is a Game of the Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Welcome back. This is a Game of the Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. 6:42 to go here in the first. James Harden back at the free throw line. In the playoffs, through 8 games, Harden averaging 20 points on 41% shooting from 3, 50% shooting from the floor. But his numbers are a bit skewed because one of the games that he played, he only played about 2 minutes before having to go out with the hamstring injury. And when he came back from the injury in Game 5, only 5 points in 46 minutes, but again, limited with the hamstring. When we go back to Game 6, Bucks were able to win 104-89. Again, they were able to pull away late in the fourth. The field goal percentage from both teams was very, very close, but the Bucks were able to dominate with points in the paint for the majority of the game. It evened out late once the second units got in, but we saw points in the paint favoring the Bucks. They were able to out rebound the Nets as well, 51 to 39. And then when you get spectacular performances from Giannis and from Chris Middleton, especially with Middleton knocking down 4 threes and making it difficult for the Nets to get any comfortable rhythm, that's where we saw the Bucks really take control of the game, especially to the latter part of that third quarter, going into the fourth, creating that separation just enough for the Bucks to solidify the win. Giannis Antetokounmpo at the free throw line, which has been a big topic throughout this entire playoffs. Giannis can't complete an and one. He was able to draw a foul on Blake Griffin and finish a layup, but can't complete the free throw. So it's 15 to 13 Nets lead. Bruce Brown trying to get it to Joe Harris, and we have a travel as Bruce Brown trying to get a dribble handoff to Harris. There was miscommunication. Harris went one way, the pass went another, and to prevent a fast break opportunity, Brown went and caught the pass that he threw, which is a travel, but he had to stop the fast break opportunity from the Bucks. Giannis going on a pick and roll with Drew Holiday. He's cut off by Blake Griffin. Mid-range jumper for Giannis is good, so the game is tied at 15. Blake Griffin has taken on the onus to guard Giannis. He's made it very difficult at times, and at times Giannis has been very dominant, like we're used to seeing. One of the things that Blake has done is use physicality and bait Giannis into taking jumpers. When he's making them, it's very good, but if you're the Bucks, you have to be wary because those shots can come and go. Giannis is not a fluid shooter. He's not even a rhythm shooter. But at times he knocks it down, and he's very confident in how he plays. He's very relentless. He doesn't let his flaws stop him from being dominant, and you have to respect that. But the Bucks have to do a good job of making sure they complement him regardless of his flaws, and the players around him have to step up. Outside of the first two games, Chris Middleton has been exceptional. I mentioned his playoff career high 38 points in Game 6, back against the wall as their season was on the brink. He definitely came through to compliment Giannis, and he'll definitely have to do that tonight. James Harden has 7 points. All 7 of them have been at the free throw line. So he's figuring out how to put the ball in the basket. Giannis takes a three that the Nets definitely wanted him to take. It was a wide open left wing three. Giannis missed it. So Milwaukee down by 2, and the Nets looking to build on this lead. Harden probing, gets it back to Bruce Brown. Blake Griffin trying to set up Kevin Durant. He goes back to Harden. 5 on the shot clock. Harden for 3. Rims out. Offensive rebound goes to Blake Griffin. Now, Blake Griffin has 17 points in Game 5. A huge third quarter for the Bucks to get them going and bring them back. The Bucks were up by 18 in Game 5. Look to have control of the game and go back home to finish the series. But again, Blake Griffin and Jeff Green were there to complement the spectacular performance by Kevin Durant, and that's what got the Brooklyn Nets back into the game. Kevin Durant trying to attack PJ Tucker, stripped by PJ. On the fast break is Giannis Antetokounmpo, and to prevent the layup, Bruce Brown fouls him. But then, because of the momentum from Giannis, he pushes. It looks like he pushed Giannis. I don't think he pushed Giannis, but because they were both fighting over the ball while Giannis was in the air, it looks as if he pushed Giannis down and extended the play longer than it had to be. So they call a technical foul on Bruce Brown to take control of the game, and Chris Middleton goes to the free throw line. He makes the free throw, and now Giannis will go to the free throw line for 2. You can see Steve Nash politicking on the call. But okay, so what they're going to do, they gave the Bucks the technical, so if the free throw was made by Middleton. But Brown committed the foul before Giannis got in the air. So to be sidelined out of bounds, so the Nets dodge a bullet there. So it's 19-18, but the Bucks still retain possession. Drew Holiday on the right baseline, guarded by Joe Harris. Behind the back dribble, pull-up jumper, off the front rim, bounces in the air and drops right in. So it's 20-19. The Nets trail by one. Blake Griffin looking for the backdoor cut to Kevin Durant. We got a kick ball against the Bucks. So clock reset to 14 as that kick ball was by Brook Lopez. Harden on the left wing looking for Durant. 4 on the shot clock. Durant has to get a shot up. 2 seconds left on the clock, and PJ Tucker fouls him with 1 second left. PJ Tucker is so frustrated considering the fact that the defense that he played on Durant 30 feet out from the basket was very, very good. Through the drive, PJ had his right arm hip to hip with Durant, and Durant went straight up through PJ's arm. If you look at the shot, it wasn't a natural shot. He just went up. But because the contact was there, it looks as if he was going up to shoot, and the contact contributed to the ball going in the air. But when you look at the replay, it's not. It wasn't a natural shooting motion. Durant misses the free throw. Rare miss for him. You look at Durant's career in Game 7. She's 3-1. I mentioned the one loss he had against the Warriors while he was with OKC back in 2016. In his Game 7 career, he averages 33 points. So Durant makes the second. Game is tied at 20. 3:16 to go here in the first quarter. One of these teams will be going home. Pat Connaughton steps up for 3. He misses it. Offensive rebound goes to Giannis. Giannis is fouled by Kevin Durant as he goes straight up for the finish. The missed 3 by Connaughton was so bad, but it landed perfectly in Giannis's vicinity. He stepped right into the rebound, took 1 dribble, and went straight up. You look at Blake try to get the rebound away from Giannis. So it's 22-20. Giannis at the free throw line. Giannis's free throw routine under heavy scrutiny this entire playoff run, considering how long he takes at the free throw line. He completes the and-1, so the Bucks are up by 3. 23-20. We approach 3 minutes to play. Blake Griffin on the right wing gets it to Durant. Gets it to Harden. Excuse me. Harden with 7 points here in the first quarter, all free throws. Harden goes to Durant. On the right block, guarded by Drew Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Double team comes. He finds Bruce Brown cutting straight to the basket for the finish. So it's 23-22. 2:40 remaining. And we got a timeout called by the Bucks. 23-22. Bucks lead. Just over 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 2:38 to go. Back and forth we go. This is the Game of the Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. This is Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Semifinal series between the Brooklyn Nets and Milwaukee Bucks. One of these teams will be going home. One of these teams will be advancing. Stay tuned for more. We'll see who makes it. Welcome back as the Bucks lead by 1 with possession. 2:34 to go here in the first quarter. Drew Holiday for 3. He misses it short. Holiday just has not knocked down the 3-point shot with any consistency here in this round. Holiday actually has only had 1 playoff 20-point game here against both teams the Bucks have played. Only going back to Game 1 against Miami. Durant able to get in the post and get a tough shot off the glass, giving the Nets a 1-point lead 24-23. Going at it with Drew Holiday. He gets him into the paint just enough. Tough defense by Holiday, but Durant falls to the ground. Before he fell to the ground, he was able to get it up on the backboard, and it drops right in. Then the Bucks turn it over as Giannis was trying to set up Pat Connaughton in the left corner. Miscommunication there as Connaughton was too deep in the corner. Giannis thought he was on the left wing. It turned into a turnover. So Milwaukee trails by one. Brooklyn is up 124-23. Back to Durant on the right block. Holiday standing up in the post. Durant had to deflect it, thought he was fouled, but Bruce Brown is there for the finish. So 26-23. Giannis attacking Blake Griffin, kicks it out to Holiday. Holiday looking for Giannis. Great defense by James Harden to step right in there. Harden, left wing three. Misses it short, rebounded by Middleton. Middleton pushing the pace. Finds Bryn Forbes. Forbes back to Holiday. Closed out by Durant. Back to Middleton on the left block. Middleton tried to draw a foul, deflected by Bruce Brown. Step back jumper for Middleton. Good. Tough defense there by Bruce Brown. (26-25). Back and forth we go. This has been a seesaw game. It's been a game of runs on both ends. They work their way back to Durant on that right block, guarded by Holiday. 5 on the shot clock. Durant has to get the shot off. Able to get the floater off the glass, working his way against that right baseline. He was able to dip right in and go off the glass. Durant now with 10 points, 4 of 7 from the floor. Holiday, left corner three. He misses it horribly. Rebounded by Shamit. 28-25. Nets up 3. 22 seconds left on the game clock. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. So Harden guarded by Antetokounmpo. Harden trying to go off the dribble with Antetokounmpo. Free throw line extended jumper, no good. 3 seconds left. Can the Bucks get a shot off? They do. And Middleton does not even hit the rim. But the Brooklyn Nets go into the second quarter up by 3. 28-25, back and forth we go. This has been a highly contested first quarter. We even got a technical foul early against Bruce Brown. So both teams understand the circumstances. Game 7 is a win or go home on both ends. So this game can have a huge impact on the championship trajectory for the entire league. Many people have favored the Brooklyn Nets, especially with the Lakers being eliminated early in the first round. So if the Bucks are able to defeat that favored Brooklyn Nets team, then all the favorite teams go out the window when anybody has a shot, whether it's Atlanta, Philadelphia, the Bucks, the Suns, or the Clippers. So you never know. But we'll be back with more, as this is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. I'm Isaiah Rhodes. You're watching Game 7 between the Brooklyn Nets and the Milwaukee Bucks. Welcome back to a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. I'm Isaiah Rhodes, and we are entering the second quarter of Game 7 between the Milwaukee Bucks and Brooklyn Nets. Both teams understand the magnitude of this game. The Bucks are 3 of 10 from 3. The Nets 2 of 6, but the Nets are more efficient. They shoot 53% so far in the first quarter, 9 of 17, while the Bucks have gotten more shots, 10 of 25. They're shooting 40%. James Harden looking to get a setup for Bruce Brown as he's working the right baseline. He tries to maneuver just enough to kick it to Joe Harris in that left corner. It's a kick ball, so possession will stay with the Nets. We look at the box score for individual players. Giannis Antetokounmpo with 10 in the first quarter. For the Nets, Kevin Durant with 10, 4 of 7 from the floor. Giannis is 4 of 5. 3-point shot is good for Kevin Durant, so he's up to 13 points. 31-25, Nets lead the Bucks. Middleton takes a screen from Giannis. Mid-range jumper for Middleton. It rims out. Rebounded by Blake Griffin. So Durant in control, pulls up for the left wing three, air ball, saved by Bruce Brown, and he gets it to Harden. So great effort there by Bruce Brown. Blake Griffin, straightaway three, he knocks it down. So Nets open up a 9-point lead, 34-25. The three-point line has opened up this lead for the Nets. Giannis, drawing kick into Pat Connaughton. 10 on the shot clock. Middleton over to Connaughton. Right wing three. Connaughton steps up with confidence, knocks it in. So it's a 6-point game. Durant at the top of the key takes a screen from Bruce Brown. Brown gets in the air, has it deflected by PJ Tucker. Stolen by the Bucks. Giannis working downhill, finds PJ. Left corner three. He cannot knock it down. Rebounded by Harden. Harden surveys the floor and slows down. Harden gets the one-on-one with Antetokounmpo. 10 on the shot clock. Harden, step back three. Falls short. Rebounded by Connaughton. Connaughton on the left block. Guarded by Joe Harris. Middleton. Thought about a fadeaway. Goes to Giannis. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Guarded by Blake. The double team gets ready to come to Bruce Brown. 5 on the shot clock. Pull up three for Giannis. He misses it. Offensive rebound, PJ Tucker goes straight up, can't finish, but the putback is there for Brook Lopez. So the Bucks aren't shooting efficient, but they're getting those offensive rebounds and getting opportunities to go right back up. 30-30, 34-30, Brooklyn leads Milwaukee. Great setup by Kevin Durant on that pick and roll with Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown goes right up over Giannis Antetokounmpo for the two-hand slam. So 36-30, Nets have opened up their lead. Brook Lopez, three-point shot from that left corner is good. So the Bucks keeping pace now, utilizing that three-point line in their own accord. 8:45 to go here in the first half. Durant looking to split defenders. Thinks about a fadeaway, goes to Bruce Brown. Left wing three off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by Connaughton. Middleton calls timeout. 8:28 to go here in the first half. Brooklyn leads by 3. Milwaukee with possession. Back and forth we go. We look at Kevin Durant. Set up Bruce Brown. He walked straight up into that two-hand slam. Antetokounmpo was just trying to stay vertical without fouling. Bruce Brown went up with authority and slammed it right over his head. So stay tuned for more as we go back and forth in this Eastern Conference Finals semifinals matchup between the Brooklyn Nets and the Milwaukee Bucks. Welcome back as Brooklyn leads Milwaukee 36-33. The Bucks have possession. 8:28 to go here in the first half. Back and forth we go. Drew Holiday guarded by Joe Harris. Holiday looking for Middleton, deflected by Harris. 8 on the shot clock. Middleton attacks Harris with the left hand. Big block by Kevin Durant. Nets on the fast break. Harris gets the rebound. Dribble handoff to Bruce Brown. He's looking for either Harden or Durant. He goes to Harden on the right wing. Takes the screen from Bruce Brown. Brown stays free throw line extended and gets that floater to fall. 18 on the shot clock. Middleton over to Holiday. Holiday's been shooting horrible tonight. Floater off the glass, he can't finish. PJ Tucker is there though with the left hand to get the putback. Bucks staying in this game based off of their tenacity on the offensive glass. The Nets have been the more fluid team with efficient shooting, but the turnovers on their end have kept the Bucks in it as well, as Kevin Durant and Bruce Brown have miscommunication there. And now Brook Lopez heads to the bench for substitution. So Antetokounmpo back into the game. He got a short breather. 7:30 to go. Middleton and Holiday. We've been working a lot in the pick and roll lately. Middleton takes a screen from Antetokounmpo. Alley-oop set up for Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo misses it. Middleton left it right over the rim. Antetokounmpo couldn't finish. Nets try to come right back. They get a jumper from Kevin Durant. He misses it, but Blake Griffin is there for the putback. So 40-35. It's the marginal things that have made the difference in this game. Antetokounmpo draws and kicks it to Pat Connaughton. Right corner three is good. So it's a 2-point game, 40-38. 6:45 to go. No team has really created much separation outside of some quick spurts. The Nets went up by 9 early in this quarter. The Bucks were up by 6 in the first. But other than that, runs by both teams back and forth have kept it relatively close. Antetokounmpo looks to attack downhill. Has it deflected by Harden. And it will be a jump ball. We look at Giannis go downhill. Great timing there by James Harden to deflect that dribble as Giannis was looking to go right at Kevin Durant for the finish. It'll be a jump ball between Harden and Antetokounmpo. Both these players have history going back over the last 3 years or so. Harden has 1 MVP and Antetokounmpo has 2, but both have been in the running for the MVP over the years, and both have taken shots at each other in regards to their skill and how dominant each have been. So this particular jump ball is very, very is a microcosm of what both have done over the years. Surprisingly, despite having a bum hamstring, Harden wins that jump ball. Joe Harris gets the ball. He's going downhill against Pat Connaughton, misses a layup, and they call a foul. A very late call there. That call was very late. We look at Harden, get the jump. He's able to win the tip. The Nets are able to get out and run quickly. So Harris misses the first free throw. Harris in this series just hasn't been able to really be the effective shooter that can complement James Harden and Kevin Durant like we're used to seeing in the regular season. But again, the pressure of the playoffs is just totally different. It's a totally different game. The way you match up against opponents is different. You play one team every couple of months. In the playoffs, you play the same team for 2 weeks at a time. So they know your tendencies. They know where you like to get your shots, how you like to get your shots. It's just totally different. And we see a missed shot there by Antetokounmpo. The Nets able to get out and run. We look at Kevin Durant. It looked to set up Blake Griffin in the paint. As Blake goes straight up, he's poked in the eye by P.J. Tucker. Tucker trying to get the deflection before Blake can gather. So Blake poked in the eye. Possession stays with the Nets, sideline out of bounds. Bruce Brown looking to get on that pick and roll once again, set up by Durant, but the shot wasn't there. Durant set up perfectly by Bruce Brown, couldn't get the opportunity to go up for the layup. So he goes to Blake Griffin, and Blake tries to slam it home with the right hand, wasn't able to finish. Blake tried to dunk it over Antetokounmpo, but it rimmed out, and then Blake couldn't get the offensive rebound and goes out of bounds. So 41-38, Nets lead the Bucks. Chris Middleton, mid-range jumper, free throw line extended, doesn't fall. Blake Griffin comes down with the rebound, finds James Harden. Harden takes the screen from Joe Harris, and it's deflected by Pat Connaughton. 16 on the shot clock, possession stays with the Nets. 5:15 to go. It seems as if every time the Bucks are trying to get close or put pressure on the Nets, there's those timely stops by the Nets to sustain the lead. Mid-range jumper by Durant. From that right corner, he misses it, rebounded by Connaughton. Middleton, 18 on the shot clock, takes the screen from Antetokounmpo. Straight away at the top of the key, he misses it short. Harden looking to take a screen from Joe Harris. Pull up three. He misses it short. Rebounded by Harris. Back out to Harden. Harden thought about a three. Drives the right baseline. Finds Blake Griffin. Back to Harden right under the rim for that layup. Great pump fake there by Blake Griffin, who many people anticipated would dunk the basketball there. But he went straight up, took the pump fake, and then found Harden right under the rim. So Harden, 9 points, 1 of 6 from the field, but has 7 free throws. 5-point game. We approach 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Drew Holiday, mid-range jumper, off the back rim. Again, Holiday has just been so bad here in his first half. Harden, over to Joe Harris. Steps up for three, it rims out. That was halfway down. Bucks are on a 3-minute point drought right now. They haven't scored. Giannis trying to break that drought or go to the free throw line. It has 0 points over the last 3 minutes, but they'll be going to the free throw line looking for 2. We look at Antetokounmpo tonight at the line. Antetokounmpo with 10 points, 4 of 8 from the floor. His free throw shooting, again, has been a point of contention this entire playoffs. Tonight at the line, shooting 1 of 2. First free throw for Antetokounmpo is an air ball, and the crowd delights in his misery there. And we got a timeout as it's a 5-point game, 3:50 to go. Stay tuned for more. Antetokounmpo will go to the free throw line for the second one, but that first free throw was a brutal miss there, air ball. He's 1 of 3 at the line here in the first half. So stay tuned for more. This is the Game of the Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. 5-point game, 43 to 38. Let's lead the Bucks. Welcome back. 3:50 to go here in this first half. Brooklyn leads Milwaukee 43 to 38. Giannis Antetokounmpo at the free throw line. He's 1 of 3 in this game. He just airballed a free throw, and now the Brooklyn crowd is counting down how long it takes him to shoot his free throws. He misses the second short, but he gets the offensive rebound. He gets it to Brook Lopez in the right corner. That three-pointer by Lopez off the side of the backboard. James Harden finds Durant, steps into a three, knocks it down. He thought it was fouled, but he shot it under the rest, still knocked it down, nets up by 8, 46 to 38. So Durant here in game 7, 16 points, 3 of 5 from 3, 16 points, 6 of 12 from the field. Jeff Green guarding Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo trying to drive that left baseline, finds Brook Lopez at the rim. Strong finish by Lopez. He thought he was fouled. He wanted a free throw. So it's a 6-point game. Lopez 4 of 6 from the floor with 10 points and 4 rebounds. Floater for Durant. Beautiful. He knocks it down. He was working his way left, gets to the left block, and goes right up for that floater. And Antetokounmpo, looking to respond quickly, attacks the basket. We look at Durant, step into that three. He was definitely fouled by Brook Lopez, trying to contest with the right hand, but his left hand was on Durant's back. Then we look at the second basket in that frame. Going left, he stops on a dime, goes off the left leg, and goes up for that floater, and he knocks it down. So 18 points for Durant, 7 of 13 from the floor. Giannis's first free throw is no good. He misses it off the back rim. His second free throw on the way. Right now, the Bucks definitely desperately need points. The Nets creating that separation just enough to keep the Bucks at bay. These free throws that he's missing will come back to haunt them. He makes the second, so he's 1 of 2 on that trip to the free throw line. Bucks trail by 7. The Nets may look to go to Hacker Giannis just in case the game gets close late, knowing the issues that that Giannis has had throughout this playoffs. Specifically in this series, he's shooting 45%. Harden for 3, he misses it, rebounded by Giannis. 2:28 to go in the first half. Bucks trying to get something going. Downhill, Giannis finds Drew Holiday. Left corner 3 off the side of the backboard. Drew Holiday is shooting 2 for 11 in this game. Coming into this game, he was shooting 39% for the series. It's only going to get worse. James Harden takes a screen from Bruce Brown. Looking to probe and use the hesitation. He tries to go up for that floater, has it blocked. And Harden he has it blocked by Brook Lopez, but he gets the offensive rebound, takes the contact from Drew Holiday, and the sprint from Harden just enough to get it up over the rim, and it rolls in. So good effort there by Harden, as he was very tenacious on the offensive rebound. He's definitely playing hampered right now. He's struggling with that hamstring injury, the hamstring injury that has kept him out of the first 4 games of this series. And he missed 22 of the last 31 regular season games. But with that said, Harden understands the circumstances that the Nets are in, with Kyrie Irving being out with a right ankle sprain. So he has to step up despite the injuries to help Kevin Durant and his team. So the Nets 10 of 12 at the free throw line. The Bucks are 3 of 7. Brook Lopez trying to get a floater inside, set up by Chris Middleton. He knocks it down. So it's an 8-point game. The Bucks just trying to keep it within striking distance. But again, the Nets creating that separation. They came into this quarter up by 3. It was 28-25. The Nets have outscored the Bucks by 5 in this quarter. PJ Tucker getting up in Kevin Durant's space. Durant works to the right baseline, still able to knock in the jumper despite the tough defense by PJ Tucker. 53-43, Brooklyn leads the Nets. We approach 1 minute to play here in the first half. Antetokounmpo trying to go up against Jeff Green. Green commits the foul. Good foul by Jeff Green, considering Giannis has been shooting horribly at the line. And Durant is just in a different zone right now. 20 points here in the first half. The defense has been spectacular by the Bucks, both by PJ Tucker and Drew Holiday. But when you're a professional scorer like Kevin Durant, when you have the ability to get your shot up over any defender, when you have the ability to create off the dribble, get to any spot, and then you're such a great shooter at the free throw line, you can score on all levels, whether it be the free throw line, the mid-range, or the three-point shot. Now, the defense is at your disposal, whatever you want to do. The best case scenario for any team is to be physical with Kevin, considering his size. But again, that can only get you but so far, because eventually you're going to foul Kevin, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Giannis makes the first free throw. Bucks trail by 9, 44-53. Second free throw for Giannis. It's good. So Giannis has made 3 straight free throws despite the trolling from the Brooklyn Nets crowd. They've been counting down his entire free throw routine. He's 4 of 8 at the free throw line. He's 4 of 8 from the field. He has 13 points to lead the Bucks. 53-45. Harden trying to get into the paint. Kicks it back out to Joe Harris. Harris attacks the lane and misses the layup. Rebounded by Chris Middleton. 37 seconds left to go in the first half. Drew Holiday attacks James Harden, looking for PJ Tucker, and he has it deflected by Bruce Brown as PJ went up for that finish. So it's 15 seconds to go on the shot clock, 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Antetokounmpo catches the alley-oop. Great setup by Drew Holiday on the out-of-bounds play. Beautiful pass by Drew Holiday to set up that slam. And if you're the Bucks, you were able to get a 4-point swing there. It potentially could have went to a 10-point game. That missed layup turned into an alley-oop dunk for Giannis. So it's a 6-point game, 53-47. There's a 5-second differential between shot clock and game clock. 14 seconds left to go in the first half. PJ Tucker guarding Kevin Durant on that right wing. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Crossover dribble. Deflected by PJ Tucker. It leads to a steal. 3 seconds left. Giannis. Free throw line extended layup. And will the layup count? Did Giannis get the shot to fall? They'll look at it. Right now, they're not giving him the point. But the steal and setup by PJ Tucker led to Jrue Holiday, who had an opportunity for a three. Instead goes to Giannis. Did Giannis get the shot off? He does not. He does not. That would have been a big finish there for the Bucks leading into the half. But Giannis, who did actually get a quality shot considering where Jrue put him in position to catch the ball. He was actually outside of the free throw line. He took 2 long steps to try to get that layup in, but it does not count. So right now it's 53-47. It'll go into halftime. The basket does not count, but back and forth we go. Both teams have been in a dogfight. It's been highly contested both ways. Both teams understand this is a win-or-go-home situation. The Brooklyn Nets, being at home, have definitely had their home crowd behind them. They've been trying to give them that energy and momentum to push them. There's been spurts where the Nets have created the separation enough that it could have potentially broke the Bucks' spirit, but the Bucks have constantly fought back and kept it within striking distance just enough to keep the Nets thinking. 53-47, Nets lead. We look at the shooting on both sides. Nets shooting 49%. The Bucks are shooting 39%. But the three-point shooting for the Bucks at 6 of 17 has helped them. Also, they've been able to attack off of second chance points. The largest lead of the game for the Nets has been 10. The largest lead of the Bucks has been 6. Back and forth we go. We'll see who is able to execute down the stretch. Right now, the Nets get better shots. They're getting more of a quality of shots, and you're more confident with the players that are getting these shots, whether it's Kevin Durant or even James Harden, who's getting to the free throw line at will. For the Bucks, their primary players are shooting horribly, but their effort on the glass and their second chance points has kept them in the game. Giannis is 6 of 10 at the 6 of 10 from the floor, 17 points. Chris Middleton, 2 of 11 from the floor, 5 points. Jrue Holiday, 2 of 11 from the floor, 4 points. Brook Lopez is keeping pace with Giannis. He has 12 points, 5 of 7 from the floor. And on the bench, Pat Connaughton's knocked down 2 threes, and he has 6. So for the Bucks, they're trying to keep it within striking distance, and hopefully the Nets can go cold. But when you got Kevin Durant at 20 points in the first half, 8 of 14, you have Harden, who's 2 of 9, but has 12 points, been to the free throw line. He's knocked down all his free throws. And then you have Bruce Brown contributing with 10 points. That's where the balance for the Nets is much better than it is for the Bucks. But we'll be back with more to come back with the second half of this Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals between the Brooklyn Nets and Milwaukee Bucks. Again, the Nets lead the Bucks 53-47. Stay tuned for more. This is a Game of the Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Welcome back as we start this second half. First possession goes to Kevin Durant and the Nets. Their first shot goes to Durant on the left wing. He misses it. 53-47. The Nets lead the Bucks. Coming right out of the gate, Giannis Antetokounmpo very aggressive. Off that Durant miss, he took the rebound, took it coast to coast, pulled up for a mid-range jumper, and we have a 4-point game, 53-49. James Harden with 9 points in that first half. 7 of those points came at the free throw line, but, oh no, pardon me. 7 of those points came at the free throw line, but he was very, 7 of his 12 points came at the free throw line, but very, very aggressive trying to support Durant, who had 20 points in that first half. The Bucks have come out like gangbusters, and now it is a 1-point game, 53-52. The Nets have turned over the basketball, got bad shots out of this second half, and now the Bucks have taken advantage. Bruce Brown, guarded by PJ Tucker with 7 on the shot clock, 5 on the shot clock. Brown has to get a shot up. He goes to Joe Harris. Left corner 3, he misses it short. And now the Bucks have an opportunity to take the lead. Moving downhill is Giannis, takes contact from Blake, no call, but he gets the layup. So the Bucks have come out of the halftime break on an 11-0 run over the last 250. Steve Nash calls a timeout to get things settled. 10 minutes and 8 seconds left here in the third. The Bucks have taken a 1-point lead. Stay tuned for more, as this is a Game of the Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. The Bucks have come back. It's a 1-point game, 54-53. Welcome back. This is a Game of the Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Kevin Durant comes out of that timeout for the Nets and gives them back the 1-point lead. The Bucks had gone on an 11-0 run over the previous 3 minutes to come back and take that lead. So now we see if the Nets can build separation. We look at Chris Middleton coming right back with the 3-pointer. So Chris Middleton went 2 for 11 in that first half with just 5 points. But this 3 here gives him 8 points and 7 rebounds, it's 3 of 13. Let's see if the Bucks can continue this hot streak. James Harden trying to get it to Joe Harris. It's stolen by Middleton. Middleton on a fast break, trying to find Brook Lopez. Lopez at the rim misses the layup, but he gets the putback. So he finished it. Now the Bucks take a 2-possession lead at 59-55. There's just a bigger and larger sense of urgency right now from the Bucks compared to the Nets. They're on a 16-2 run over the last 4 minutes. Durant, mid-range jumper over PJ Tucker. He doesn't complete the M1, but he's fouled. It rims out. That would have been a beautiful shot. If we look at the miscommunication between Harden and Joe Harris, it leads to a Middleton run out where he finds Brook Lopez. The pass kind of surprised Lopez, but he still caught it and went straight up. He missed the layup, but he went right back up for the putback. So Bucks up by 4 now, 59-55. We're under 9 minutes to play. Durant makes his first free throw. Durant had 20 in that first half, really keeping the next offense fluid. It was really one-dimensional at times. I mentioned the 12 points from James Harden, but he really wasn't making field goals. It was all free throws. So he really was the only one that was making field goals outside of Bruce Brown as well. But here we are. It's a 2-point game. Bucks have stormed back to see how both teams execute down the stretch of this pivotal Game 7. Antetokounmpo off the back rim, can't get the finish. Brook Lopez tried to get the rebound. Nets come away with it. Kevin Durant moving down court, and we got a foul. As both Durant and Giannis hit the ground. Giannis is called for the foul. So we look at the replay as Giannis tried to stop Durant's momentum. Durant tried to sell it and draw a shooting foul, but it'll be sideline out of bounds. Durant inbounds to Harden. Back to Durant. Pull up 3 from Durant, knocks it down. So flawless. Able to come off that pin down and knock that 3 down. While Harden isn't scoring at the clip that we're used to seeing due to his hamstring, he's definitely being a playmaker. And what happens? You see Giannis knocking a 3 coming right back. And it goes off the glass, but even though the bank is open, he'll still take it. Right back, Durant for 3, he misses it. He misses it short, rebounded by Middleton. Middleton surveying the floor, slowed down by Bruce Brown and James Harden. So the Bucks up 2, looking to build on their lead. Drew Holiday attacking. Kicks it to PJ Tucker. PJ for 3, knocks it down as James Harden looked to close out on that three. PJ wanted the foul, but now it's a 5-point game. Joe Harris right back, left wing three. He knocks it down. So we are going back and forth. This is a shootout. 65-63. Both teams understand what's at stake. This is a winner-go-home situation. We are in for a movie. Holiday looking for Middleton. Middleton jab steps, looking to set up Harris. Kicks it over to PJ Tucker. PJ moving baseline, finds Giannis. Contact. There'll be a foul. Giannis will go to the free throw line. Giannis at the line is 4 of 8, but he's made his last 3. Look at this last Giannis three-pointer. He shoots that right at the top of the backboard and goes straight in. So luck might be on the Bucks side right now. So far in this quarter, the Bucks are 4 of 4 from 3. The Nets are 2 of 5. Again, the Nets crowd trying to psych Giannis out at that free throw line. First free throw for Giannis, good. So it's a 3-point game. Giannis is in the groove right now. He's putting the game on his back, and it seems as if the role players on the Bucks are starting to follow his lead. Big threes by PJ Tucker, big baskets by Chris Middleton, and also Brook Lopez has run shotgun with Giannis all game and been very, very aggressive with his opportunities. Giannis looking to push this lead back to 4. Second free throw is good. So Giannis has made he's made 5 consecutive free throws. 67-63, Milwaukee leads Brooklyn. He approached 7 minutes to play here in the third. Durant to Joe Harris. Step back 3. Off the back rim. Brook Lopez couldn't get the rebound, but Drew Holiday is there. Moving downhill. Euro step from Holiday. He can't finish. And we got a foul called against Brook Lopez trying to corral that rebound. He pushed Blake Griffin out of the way. And that would have been a golden opportunity for the Bucks just to create some more separation. Drew Holiday, again, not shooting well tonight. 6:45 to go here. James Harden guarded by Giannis. 10 on the shot clock. Works to Blake Griffin. Corner, the right wing 3 from Griffin. Good. Big 3 from Blake Griffin. Griffin has knocked down some timely threes in this series, most notably in Game 5 when he hit some huge threes to get to 17 points. That third quarter specifically helped the Nets come back trailing from 18. Tonight, Griffin with 9 points. Chris Middleton couldn't knock in a 3, so Nets come right back. Blake Griffin attacking Brook Lopez, uses the pump fake, gets right to the basket, finishes with the left hand. So now the Nets back up by 1. This is the seesaw game we're talking about. Back and forth we go. Giannis steps into a 3. He misses it short. James Harden comes down with the rebound. And we got a foul called against Chris Middleton. Middleton fighting through the screen set by Bruce Brown. Now they call a foul against Middleton. The screen set by Bruce Brown actually pushed Brown towards Harden, but the screen set by Brown pushed Middleton towards Harden, but Middleton definitely turned his body so that he wouldn't foul, and in doing so, it looked as if he avoided the contact, but Harden was able to sell it just enough and get that call. But then it turned into a Nets turnover as Drew Holiday was able to get the steal, and Kevin Durant fouled Holiday. So Nets lead by 1, Bucks with possession though. Holiday on the left wing. He goes to Giannis, guarded by Blake Griffin. Giannis has the dribble deflected out of bounds. Possession stays with the Bucks, 11 on the shot clock. Good hands by Blake Griffin there, as it looks like it went off of Giannis's foot. Holiday goes to Giannis, 10 on the shot clock. Giannis working his way inside, takes contact, kicks it to Brook Lopez. Three-point shot from that right corner. Big three from Brook Lopez. Again, Brook Lopez has been running shotgun all night with Giannis. He stepped up big time. Under 5 minutes to play here in the third. Bucks up 2. They're going to steal this game 7 on the road. Three-point shot, Blake Griffin. Misses it short, rebounded by Drew Holiday. Holiday surveying the floor at the top of the key, guarded by James Harden. Goes to Giannis on the left block, this time guarded by Durant. He attacks Durant, finishes strong. So it's 72-68. Good one-on-one play there by Giannis. He took the contact from Durant, went right up, and took the finish with an easy, breezy layup. Step back three for Harden. Big three for James Harden. He's been quiet here in his second half, but it's game time. It's time to step it up. We got a timeout as James Harden 3 of 10 from the floor, but has 15 points. Stay tuned for more. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. I'm Isaiah Rhodes. The Milwaukee Bucks lead the Nets 72-71. Welcome back. 4:05 to go here in the third. Back and forth we go. The Bucks are up 1 with the possession. Giannis with the basketball, looking for a dribble handoff. Chris Middleton for 3. It rolls off the rim. PJ Tucker is flying in for the rebound. Fouls Kevin Durant. So PJ picks up his 4th foul. If we look at the miss, the rebound fell right into Kevin's left hand. And PJ, in his own way, going for the rebound, bumped right into Kevin. So now 4 fouls for PJ, but the Nets in the penalty. Durant makes the first free throw. So the Nets have tied the game at 72. Second free throw good. So now the Nets have come back and taken the lead. Durant, Antetokounmpo now guarded by Blake Griffin. Going baseline, takes contact from Blake, able to get the finish. So the Bucks go right back ahead by 1. This is a seesaw game. Drew Holiday guarding James Harden. Harden previously just hit a 3 prior to that timeout. He has 15 points, 3 of 10 from the floor. Middleton now guarding Harden. Downhill. Harden looking to set up Blake Griffin. Griffin goes right at Brook Lopez and gets the finish. So Brook Lopez with Blake Griffin with 14 points. Giannis Antetokounmpo, straightaway 3, top of the key, misses it off the back rim. Bucks can't get the offensive rebound. Kevin Durant, cross-court pass to Joe Harris in the right corner. The pass a bit too high, so it gave Giannis an opportunity to close out. So 1-point game. We crossed that 3-minute threshold here in the third quarter. And you got Chris Middleton with the foul on James Harden. And again, Nets in the penalty, so Harden will go to the free throw line for 2. Harden tonight, 3 of 10 from the floor, but he has 8 free throws. He's 8 of 8 at the free throw line. He has 16 points in game 4. He has 16 points in game 6. So now he's looking to surpass that with these 2 free throws. He's been more aggressive since game 5. In game 5, only had 5 points, but he was definitely working his way back into the flow of the game, playing with that hamstring injury. He hadn't really gotten any practice time. He just really had to manipulate and force his way in. Obviously, the Nets wanted to rest him as long as they could, but when you have the right ankle injury to Kyrie Irving, you're coming home after the Bucks have won 2 straight. No Kyrie Irving, there's a risk that you might lose the series. James said, no matter what my condition is, I'm better on the floor than being off of the floor right now. So the Nets definitely have utilized his contributions, especially tonight. 17 points. He's been a primary facilitator for the Nets. He's knocked down some key 3-point shots, and again, just get it to the free throw line and giving them some effort has allowed for them to be where they are right now, up 3. And we look at this missed layup by Drew Holiday. It leads to a net stop. James Harden slows things down, looking to find Bruce Brown. Instead goes back to Durant, and Durant is fouled by Drew Holiday on that patented swipe through that Reggie Miller and he made so infamous. Now, the swipe through in the 90s, you would be able to go straight up and get the 2 free throws directly. Then when Kevin Durant came into the league, he used it at such a high rate that it started to become a manipulation, and the league decided that swipe through would be just a foul on the floor unless you are in the penalty, in which you see Kevin Durant going to the free throw line because the Nets have the Bucks in the penalty. So it's a 4-point game now. The Nets have responded to the Bucks runs here in this third quarter. The Nets were up by 6 at halftime. Now they're up by 5. So Milwaukee's only outscored them by 1. But when you consider how much Milwaukee had came back, they were up by as many as 5 here in this quarter. To be up by 5 with 2 minutes left here in the third is a big, big surge going into the fourth. Chris Middleton looking for Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo couldn't get the alley-oop to fall, and Blake Griffin comes away with the rebound. In the post, Blake Griffin gets it out to Durant. They reset with Harden. 1:48 to play here in the third. Harden has Antetokounmpo. Harden, step back 3, misses it off the back rim. Big rebound for the Bucks as Drew Holiday is able to come down with it. Holiday again shooting horrible tonight, but he finds Pat Connaughton for a huge 3. So it's 79-77, 1:23 to go here in the third. Durant takes a screen from Shamet. Shamet attacks, then goes back out to Harden. 5 on the shot clock. Harden straightaway 3. Misses it off the back rim. Big tap out there by Bruce Brown. We're under a minute to play. So that tap out by Bruce Brown saves the possession for the Nets. But then Harden turns it over, trying to get it to Durant. Dump off to Drew Holiday. Holiday misses another layup. Offensive rebound for Chris Middleton, but he's there to finish it. Holiday missing so many shots right now. He probably feels like there's a lid on the hoop. But the Bucks are fighting. It's tied at 79. We have 40 seconds left in the third. The Nets came into this third quarter up by 6. Here in the third, the Bucks have come back to take the lead on multiple occasions. Now, with this potential final possession here in the third, they can go into the fourth with the lead if they can get a basket. There's a 5-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Kevin Durant is guarding Drew Holiday. Holiday has Shamet on him. He attacks the baseline, looking for Antetokounmpo. Finishes with the left hand, takes the contact. Big finish by Giannis Antetokounmpo. And the Bucks have a 2-point lead with 9 seconds left to go here in the third. Good drive by Drew Holiday. Found Antetokounmpo, slipped in between Bruce Brown and Blake Griffin. He finished it with the left hand. .2 seconds to go here in the third. The Bucks have fought. Going into the half, trailing by 6, 53-47. The Bucks came out just with everything on the line. So much desperation. Put this game on Giannis's back, and he stepped up with gusto. At the free throw line, he's made 5 consecutive free throws. He's missed 4 tonight, but he's been able to step up and knock down the free throws when they matter. He's knocked down 6 consecutive. It's a 3-point game. 9.2 to go here in the third quarter. Final possession. Kevin Durant crossover dribble on Middleton. Attacking off the glass. He finishes. 2.6 to go. Bucks potentially can get a shot, but it's deflected by Jeff Green. Almost a horrible steal there, or horrible turnover for the Bucks, and a perfect opportunity for the Nets to go into the fourth with a 1-point lead, but no one was there to pick up the possession for the Nets. So 0.9 left. So Bucks 9/10 of a second left. Antetokounmpo gets it to Holiday. Holiday heaves it at the buzzer. It goes right off the back of the rim. That was on line, but he wasn't able to knock it down. But the Bucks again have outscored the Nets by 7 in that third quarter. They go into the fourth up 1. Stay tuned for more as we are primed for a classic finish. Bucks up by 1, 82-81. This is Game 7. You're watching the Game of Day by Zay, presented by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Welcome back to a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. This is Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Brooklyn Nets. The Bucks lead the Nets by 1 to start this fourth quarter, 82-81. Both teams have been battling it out. Understanding the circumstances, you see the Bucks trying to survive right now, trying to stave off this explosive Brooklyn Nets team. First possession of the fourth quarter, you see a turnover by the Bucks. Giannis got caught under the rim. He traveled. So if you're the Nets, you'll definitely take that. The Bucks outscored the Nets by 7 there in that third quarter. Big quarter by Giannis Antetokounmpo, who has 31 points. Kevin Durant, who has the basketball for the Nets right now, has 33 points. Blake Griffin, a huge game for the Nets. He has 17. As James Harden drive to the rack, anticipated contact from Giannis, no call, got the floater as he was able to get set up by Durant there, able to drive to the rim, kick it out to Harden. Harden used the hesitation dribble just enough to get that floater up. So 19 points for Harden, 10 free throws. Off the glass, the basket is good for Chris Middleton. And here we go with the seesaw battle once again, 84-83. Harden, guarded by Drew Holiday. Harden gets it to Joe Harris, finds Blake Griffin. 3-pointer for Griffin, good. Blake Griffin coming up huge for the Nets right now. I mentioned the 17 points he had in Game 5 to go along with Jeff Green in support of Kevin Durant's 33. Tonight, Blake Griffin with 17 points. Just a huge performance for Blake Griffin tonight. 86-84 Nets lead. Chris Middleton off the dribble, tried to get a shot up, free throw line extended over Bruce Brown. Unable to get it going tonight for Chris Middleton. So the Nets up by 2, looking to build on this lead. Joe Harris attacking. Finds Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown's looking for either Durant or Harden. He finds Durant. Durant back to Brown. Blocked by Drew Holiday. And they call a foul. Tough foul call there. We'll look at the replay. That looks like all ball to me. Okay, so he did block the ball with the left hand, but he went through Bruce Brown's right arm. So the block is clean, but when you go through the arm, especially with the opposite hand, that's where we get the foul. So Bruce Brown misses the first free throw. Holiday goes to the bench. Holiday tonight just hasn't gotten it going from the floor. 2 of 16, but He does have 6 assists and he has 5 rebounds. Second free throw for Brown, no good. So the Bucks able to dodge a bullet there. It's 86-84. Nets lead, but the Bucks have an opportunity to tie or take the lead. Chris Middleton kicks out to PJ Tucker in the left corner. Back out to Pat Connaughton. Gets it to Chris Middleton over to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo, mid-range jumper, good. Big jumper there by Antetokounmpo to tie the game at 86. 9:35 to go. Durant looking for Joe Harris. Straightaway 3. Misses it short. Wow. He got the shooter's roll here in Barclays Center. Hit the front rim, then bounced off the back rim and went right in. So Nets will take a 3-point lead. Chris Middleton right back with the free throw line extended jumper. He took the screen from Giannis to step right into his shooting pocket, knocked it down. It's a 1-point game, 89-88. We're under 9 minutes to play here in this game 7. James Harden draws and kicks to Blake Griffin from the left corner. Couldn't knock down the 3. Big rebound by Chris Middleton. Giannis looks to get it to Pat Connaughton. Pat Connaughton, right wing 3. He misses it. Rebounded by PJ Tucker, and PJ was pushed out of bounds on that offensive rebound. So big effort plays here by PJ Tucker. Championship plays. Those are the glue plays necessary when you're playing in these type of high pressure situations. Those 50-50 balls that save possessions or put you in position to win. PJ is definitely doing that tonight. And Pat Connaughton missed that 3, but it looked like he was fouled by Bruce Brown. No call there. The foul against the Nets will be on Joe Harris. And with 8:44 to play, it's a 1-point game. Giannis goes to the bench for a quick breather. I don't know if I would do that right now, considering how sensitive this game is, but we'll see what happens. Middleton with the basketball, 10 on the shot clock, guarded by Bruce Brown. He attacks the baseline. Fadeaway jumper for Middleton, off of the right side of the rim. Rebounded by Kevin Durant. So right now, Kevin Durant and James Harden are on the floor, but for the Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not on the floor. I don't know what's going on, but this is Game 7, winner go home elimination. If I'm the Bucks, I don't want to be on the floor without without Giannis Antetokounmpo in the fourth. Missed 3 by Kevin Durant, but Pat Connaughton wasn't able to get that rebound. It goes out of bounds. So we get a stoppage in play. Possession will stay with the Nets. 8 minutes and 5 seconds left to go here in the fourth. It's 89-88. 14 seconds left on that shot clock. That's possession. Stay tuned for more as this is Game 7. Welcome back. This is the Game of the Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. This is Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals between the Milwaukee Bucks and Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn leads by 1, 89-88. Nets trying to increase this 1-point lead. Kevin Durant, mid-range jumper, knocks it down. He has 35 points. He's 12 of 21. To combat that, you got Giannis Antetokounmpo, who has 33 points. He's 12 of 20. Durant has played 40 minutes. Antetokounmpo has played 37. Both have laid it all on the line right now. Jeff Green guarding Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo works that baseline and slams it home. We got a foul against Jeff Green to prevent that slam, but that attack by Giannis just goes to show you the type of competitive response he has. As we see Kevin Durant coming right at him with that mid-range jumper, and Antetokounmpo comes back, takes the contact from Green, and they call that foul. So Chris Middleton inbounds to Giannis. Bucks down by 3, 91-88. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Middleton takes a mid-range jumper over Bruce Brown, knocks it down. No call on the foul, but it's a 1-point game, 91-90. 7:23 to go. Here in the fourth quarter, there's been 17 lead changes, 7 ties in this game. Big time block by Brook Lopez's. Kevin Durant got downhill and had an easy layup at the rim. You look at this Chris Middleton jumper. There was definitely body contact by Bruce Brown with his left hand, but the refs let that go. 14 on the shot clock, Harden inbound. He gets it out to Durant at the top of the key, guarded by P.J. Tucker. And we got a foul against P.J. Now, P.J. Tucker has 5 personal fouls, 7:11 to go here in the fourth. So we look at the foul. Bruce Brown actually pushed P.J. Tucker into Durant, and that's what gave that contact there. The refs definitely missed that, but the Nets will definitely take it. P.J. Tucker with 11 points tonight, but has 5 fouls. Kevin Durant working that right baseline, tries to dunk it. He misses it. Bucks on the run. Drew Holiday surveying the floor. He waits for his teammates to catch up. Holiday. Mid-range jumper. Takes contact. Doesn't get the jumper to fall. Holiday tonight, 2 of 17. 2 of 17. Wow. 6:45 to go. Nets up by 1. 91-90. Holiday guarding Harden. Harden takes the screen from Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown inside, gets the layup. So that's a strong finish by Bruce Brown in traffic, giving the Nets a 3-point lead. Middleton takes the screen from Antetokounmpo. Out to P.J. Tucker. Left corner 3, rims out. Tough miss there. Tough miss there. We approach 6 minutes to play in the fourth. Nets up by 3. Harden looking for Bruce Brown. It's stolen. Antetokounmpo out on the run. Takes contact from Durant, falls to the ground. So Antetokounmpo will go to the free throw line. He's 7 of 11 tonight, but he's made 6 consecutive free throws. This is the fourth quarter, though. Let's see how he reacts to the crowd pressure, and can he continue his hot streak at the line. Going to the free throw line again is Giannis, 7 of 11 at the line. He's been so dominant tonight, under pressure, trying to step up. First free throw for Giannis, air ball. Tough miss there by Giannis. It seems like the crowd might have broken him. Let's see if he can make this second. It's a 3-point game. He's hunched over. He's definitely tired, definitely fatigued. But this is not the time to be tired. You can't be tired right now. This is when to go home. If you go home, you'll be resting for the rest of the summer. But you want to continue to play. If the Bucks win, you can rest back on the plane, going back to Milwaukee. But right now, this is where he has to step up under pressure. It's a 3-point game, 93-90. Second free throw, good. It's a 2-point game, 93-91. We're under 6 minutes to play here in Game 7. Can the Nets continue to keep the pressure on the Bucks to have to make them score? It's a 2-point game. You want to build your lead to at least a 2-possession lead. Durant has his drive disrupted by Chris Middleton, but Chris Middleton misses he turns it over at the worst time. That's a bad turnover. The strip by Middleton gave him an opportunity to get out and run and give the Bucks a chance to tie the game or give the Bucks a chance to take the lead. The turnover by Middleton, back tip there by Jeff Green. Harden was there for the pickup, found Durant right at the rim for the slam. He's fouled, and he has an opportunity to put the Nets up by 5. 95-91, 5:31 to go. Stay tuned for more. This is the Game of the Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Welcome back to this Game of the Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. This is the Eastern Conference semifinals matchup between the second-seeded Brooklyn Nets and the third-seeded Milwaukee Bucks. It's a 5-point game, 96-91. This game has been a game of runs. The Bucks went into the fourth up by 182-81. The Nets have responded with runs of their own. Let's see, can the Bucks get something going? A big three from Drew Holiday, who was 2 of 17 up until that point. That three gives him 7 points. He's 3 of 18. Durant attacks Middleton, takes contact from Holiday, and we get a foul on Holiday. So that's Holiday's 5th personal foul. Tough call there. He tried to stay vertical, but Durant went downhill, took the contact, and was ready to go. So there's 5 minutes and 7 seconds left. Budenholzer thought about challenging it, but he's going to save the challenge. Durant going to the free throw line. He's been putting up magnificent numbers, especially under pressure here in Game 7. We look at the replay. He's going downhill. Holiday did go up. He stayed vertical. We look at the back of. It looks as if he's staying vertical. Durant is pushing it to him, but he's still up. Again, you run the risk of losing that challenge at the worst time. You not only will miss the call, but you'll lose a timeout, and you need those, especially under pressure right now. So 5 minutes to go. It's a 5-point game. 98-94. Middleton almost had a three. It was deflected. He goes to Giannis. 7 on the shot clock. And Harden deflects that dribble out of bounds against Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. We go back to Game 5, where Harden was guarding Antetokounmpo in the same spot on the left block. He was able to drive here. He kicked it out to Holiday, and Holiday missed the three. The offensive rebound went to Brook Lopez. Lopez tried to get the shot up. Wasn't able to hit the rim, rebounded by the Nets, but it turned into a turnover. Antetokounmpo attacking attacking Jeff Green, gets the finish. 4:24 to go. It's a 2-point game, 98-96. So we look at 44 minutes for Durant. He has 40 minutes for Antetokounmpo. He has 36. Durant is 13 of 24. Antetokounmpo was 13 of 21. Holiday guarding Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant trying to draw that foul on Holiday. Refs let the physicality go. 3-point shot for James Harden off the glass. Big three for James Harden as the shot clock expired. And now the Brooklyn Nets go up by 5, a huge three, as Holiday made it very difficult on Durant. Durant had to go to James Harden as that shot clock was expiring. Took one dribble and just put it up. He heaved it, hit the backboard and went straight in. Big time basket. He probably didn't call bank, but right now the bank is open. 3:46 to go in the fourth. Chris Middleton draws a foul prior to this timeout, but it's a 2-possession game, and if you're the Nets, you'll live with that, understanding that you'll definitely have another possession with the lead. Huge basket by James Harden. We'll be back. This is the Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Welcome back out of that timeout. The Bucks get possession. You see Chris Middleton taking contact. He finds Drew Holiday. Holiday trying to attack that baseline. Finds Chris Middleton. Steps up for the three. Knocks it down. Big three for Chris Middleton as he responds to James Harden's three off the glass that gave the Nets a 5-point lead. That three from Middleton cuts the deficit to 2, so it's 101-99, 3:19 to go. So stay tuned as the Nets call timeout. Back and forth we go. The Nets are up by 2 with 3:19 to go in this Game 7. It's the Eastern Conference semifinals matchup between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Brooklyn Nets. Stay tuned for more. This is the Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. 3:19 to go here in the fourth. Nets up by 2, 101-99. We approach 3 minutes remaining here in the fourth. Middleton guarding Kevin Durant. Tried to get that steal, but Durant is there. Pulls up for the three. From the right wing, he misses it. Rebounded by Giannis. That's his 10th rebound tonight. It's a 2-point game. Giannis finds Pat Connaughton. Connaughton finds Drew Holiday on the right wing. Holiday, 2:54 to go. Trying to get inside. Draws a foul against Bruce Brown. Nets not getting a penalty, but it's 2:51 to go. These are the precious possessions you need. You got to get a shot. You got to get an efficient shot. And you got to make sure you get it in the right player's hands to take the shots in the right positions. There's been some gamesmanship between both sides. Steve Nash substituting offense for defense. He brings in Blake Griffin for Jeff Green. Middleton gets it to Holiday. Holiday has been guarded by James Harden. Dump off to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo finishes the layup, and the game is tied. He'll have an opportunity to give the Bucks the lead. Big basket there by Antetokounmpo. Pick and roll with Giannis. Drew Holiday dumped it off right into the pass pocket. Antetokounmpo went up right at Kevin Durant. Was able to finish at the rim. He falls hard, but he goes to the free throw line. He's 8 of 13 at the line. It's 8 of 13. It's 101. It's tied at 101, 2:45 to play. Can Giannis give the Bucks a 1-point lead? Free throw no good, but Pat Connaughton saves it, tips it out to Antetokounmpo. So Bucks with possession, game tied. 7 on the shot clock. Drew Holiday with the ball. Attacks Joe Harris. 3-point shot, Holiday, good! Big three, Drew Holiday, 2:28 to go here in the fourth. Drew Holiday has stepped up here in the fourth. He started horribly, but in the fourth, he's coming up big. It's a 3-point game. Kevin Durant, we approach 2 minutes to go. Mid-range jumper. He makes it. It rimmed in and out, then dropped right in. Big basket for Kevin Durant. We approach 2 minutes to play. Bucks are up 1. Drew Holiday just knocked in a huge 3-pointer from the left wing. Holiday, mid-range jumper, knocks it down. So it's back to a 3-point game. Nets inbound. Joe Harris with the basketball. He goes to Blake Griffin. 1:50 to go. Kevin Durant attacking the left baseline. At the rim, big layup. So Kevin Durant's putting pressure on the Nets right now. I mean, he's putting pressure on the Bucks right now. Bucket for bucket. If he scores, the Nets will have to score. I mean, the Bucks will have to score. Drew Holiday's knocked in some huge baskets here in the fourth. Crossover dribble on Blake Griffin. Working the right baseline. Takes contact. Finally gets a call. He can't believe it. It was a late call, but he got it. So we look at this Drew Holiday, right corner, mid-range jumper over James Harden. Kevin Durant came right back, worked that left sideline, cut across the lane, and finished over Giannis Antetokounmpo. With 1 minute and 30 seconds left, Drew Holiday has come up huge. He has 8 points here in the fourth. He's looking to increase this 1-point lead for the Bucks to 3. First free throw for Holiday. Off the back rim. Tough miss there. PJ Tucker comes into the game for Pat Connaughton. PJ Tucker has 5 personal fouls. Second free throw for Holiday. He knocks it down. So it's a 2-point game, 107 to 105. Kevin Durant has done everything he can to make sure that the Nets have a chance at this game. The Bucks are fighting off one of the classic performances from Durant when it matters most. PJ Tucker guarding Durant. Durant thought about setting it up for the mid-range. It was deflected, and it's still by Chris Middleton. So Middleton with the ball, 107 to go. And we get a foul by James Harden. And that's the second foul by the Nets under 2 minutes. So they're in the penalty the rest of the way. We look at Durant guarded by PJ Tucker. He went up. It was deflected by PJ. He got the rebound, but on the back tip, you see Chris Middleton with the steal. So to stop that easy opportunity, Harden cut him off, but the contact pushed them out of bounds. So can Chris Middleton give the Bucks a 2-possession lead? First free throw for Middleton. Good. So the Bucks are back up 3. The second free throw will put them up by 4. It's 1 minute and 5 seconds left. The Nets, down by 3 at home, are on the brink. Can the Bucks knock them out? We'll see. This is the Game of the Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. I'm Isaiah Rhodes. Stay tuned. Welcome back. 1 minute and 5 seconds to go here in Game 7. This is the Eastern Conference Game 7 matchup between the Milwaukee Bucks and Brooklyn Nets. The Bucks are at the free throw line. Middleton just made 1 free throw. The second free throw will give them an opportunity to go up 2 possessions. Second free throw for Middleton is good. It rolled around every part of the rim and dropped in. So it's 109 to 105. Kevin Durant with the basketball. We're under a minute to play. He's guarded by PJ Tucker. At the top of the key, 15 on the shot clock. Under a minute to play. Durant working the left baseline. Mid-range jumper. He misses it. And Antetokounmpo can't get the rebound. But we'll review it. Let's see. We see Bruce Brown and Antetokounmpo fighting for the rebound. It looks like it went off for Antetokounmpo. Good activity there by Bruce Brown just to save it. But then when you look at the replay from behind, it kind of looks like it went off of Bruce Brown's foot. 47.4 seconds to play. There's 14 seconds on the shot clock if the Nets get possession. If the Bucks get possession, they'll be up by 4 with a 2-possession lead. Let's see. When you look at it from the top, both of them are fighting for the ball with their hands, obviously, and it looks like it went off of Giannis. But as it hits the ground, it looks like it went off of Bruce Brown's foot. Let's see how they call this. But either way, the Nets know they need to score. Even if they get the possession, it's 14 seconds left on the shot clock. So if you're the Bucks, you don't want to give up a 3. You want to give up a 2 if you have to. But even if you do give up a score, you want the net. Oh, whoa. Okay, in my eyes, it looks like it went off of Bruce Brown's foot. Let's see what they say. Okay, they say that it went off of Giannis's foot. Okay, so it went off of Giannis's foot. It did. It went off of Giannis's foot when they slowed it down right there, slow motion. We got the replay. So it went off of Giannis's foot. Nets down by 4 with 47.8 seconds left. There's 14 seconds left on the shot clock. The Nets have gone exclusively to Kevin Durant down the stretch here. Let's see what they do. Harden inbounds to Durant, guarded by PJ Tucker. 10 on the shot clock. Durant drives to the right baseline. Mid-range jumper, knocks it down. So it's a 2-point game. The Nets do not have to foul. There's a 17-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Kevin Durant has been spectacular here in the fourth. 13 of his 46 points have come here in the fourth. Can the Bucks finish? Chris Middleton takes a screen from Giannis. Straight away 3. He misses it. Rebounded by Drew Holiday. And there's a 6-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Holiday attacks Blake Griffin. Trying to get a shot. Possession will stay with the Bucks. So it's 7.9 seconds left. 2.1 seconds left on the shot clock. The first 3 from Chris Middleton at the top of the key, that looked to be a dagger shot. He missed it off the back rim. PJ Tucker tapped it out to Drew Holiday. Holiday was able to take more time off the clock, and then attacked Blake Griffin going to his right. Left to right crossover, but Blake was there to tie him up. And as it went off of Blake, it's a possession will stay with the Bucks. We look at this Kevin Durant jumper from the right baseline. That fadeaway is lethal. At 7 feet, the closeout by PJ Tucker was spectacular. But again, 7 feet fading away, there's but so much you can do. So okay, so it's still Buck basketball, but they were adjusting the game clock. So they add 0.2 of a second on the game clock. There's 2.1 seconds on the shot clock for the Bucks to get a basket. If the Bucks find a way to score, it's a 2-possession game. If the Nets can somehow get a stop, we'll see if this high-powered offense will be enough. Let's see what happens here. The Nets definitely were the favorite team coming into the series. High-powered, prolific scorers like Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving were at the forefront of the Nets offense, and the Bucks were just powered by the 2-time MVP and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now the Nets have 2 MVPs of their own, and Durant and Harden, but the continuity of the Bucks has seemed to help them in this situation. Now, injuries being what they are, Harden missed 4 games with the hamstring, and then the sprained ankle by Kyrie Irving, which has kept him out for the last 3 games. The ankle injury that he suffered in Game 4 really changed the trajectory of this series. With 8.1 seconds to go, the Bucks are trying to finish this game. 2.1 seconds left on the shot clock. Can the Bucks get a basket? Drew Holiday looking at inbound. Can they get a shot off? They do not. So it's a shot clock violation. Chris Middleton's telling Brook Lopez to get a shot up. He does not. That's the worst thing you could do right there. They don't get a shot up. They don't give it an opportunity to get a shot. Horrible, horrible possession there. Brook Lopez got the inbound. He's supposed to go right up and get a shot. He does not. He's trying to look for Chris Middleton, and Chris Middleton is telling him, look at the shot clock. We got 2.1 seconds. So that is a bad situation there. So now Brooklyn has an opportunity to tie at 2 or win it with a 3. 6 seconds left. Let's see what happens. Can the Bucks get a stop? 6 seconds left. Kevin Durant with 46 points, 13 here in the fourth. He's put the game on his back. The Nets, as in terms of their role players, did contribute as best they can. Big shout out to Blake Griffin, especially with his timely 3-pointers throughout this game. James Harden has tried his absolute best to give Kevin everything that he can, despite his limited game. He has 18 points, including a huge 3-pointer off the glass that gave the Nets a 5-point lead, 101 to 96, with just under 3 minutes to play. But the Bucks have responded, and right now they're up by 2 with 6 seconds left. Can the Nets survive this late onslaught by the Bucks, or will the Bucks get the stop and move on to the Eastern Conference Finals? Here we are, as we get ready to give you the lineups on the floor. You got James Harden, Kevin Durant, Joe Harris, Blake Griffin, and Jeff Green. For the Bucks, Antetokounmpo, Brook Lopez, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, and PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker is guarding Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant looking for the inbound. Durant trying to get a shot up. Fadeaway 3. Good! With 1 second left, what a 3-point shot from Kevin Durant. They say it's a long 2. They'll review that. They'll review that. They have to review that. Whoa. Big shot by Kevin Durant. The shot clock winding down. PJ. All right, so they got to review it to see if it's a 3. They're giving them 2 to be safe. We look at the fadeaway. His foot, it is a two. It's a long two. It's a long two. It's a long two, but a miraculous shot. Big, big, big basket by Kevin Durant to save the Nets right now. It's 1 second left on the shot clock. What a shot by Kevin. Big time defense by PJ Tucker to deflect it and make sure that Kevin had to dribble. He dribbled it just enough, faded away. And as he faded away, got the shot off. It's a long two with 1 second left. So, with 1 second left, the Nets can not only go into overtime and steal this game, but depending on what happens with this ending, you can demoralize the Bucks in a way that when they go to overtime, you might be able to steal it a lot earlier than many people expect. So this is the epitome of what a Game 7 is. Second seed, third seed, duking it out for an opportunity to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. Both teams have championship aspirations and expectations. Both teams have an MVP. Kevin Durant, James Harden on the Nets side, Giannis Antetokounmpo on the Bucks side. Both teams with multiple All-Stars. Both teams have been through the wars necessary to build that championship medal. Kevin Durant is a two-time champion. Kyrie Irving, who's not on the floor right now, dealing with the ankle sprain, he's a champion. There's so much that goes into this series, and we're at a point where we can potentially go to overtime, or the Bucks can win it with a shot. Let's see what happens. It's 1 second left. Nicholas Claxton will be inbounded. Nicholas Claxton will be trying to deny the inbounder, and the inbounder for the Bucks will be Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday trying to get it inbound. He finds Giannis. Giannis, fadeaway jumper, and it will not go in. So we will go to overtime. What a big basket for Kevin Durant to save the Nets season. We are going to overtime in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals between the Brooklyn Nets and the Milwaukee Bucks. It's come down to the wire, and here we are. Will we have it any other way? It's Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. We are in OT. We get an extra 5 minutes. PJ Tucker is guarding Kevin Durant. PJ Tucker has 5 personal fouls. Joe Harris finds Durant. Durant back to Joe Harris. Straightaway three. He misses it short. Fighting for the rebound. Bruce Brown comes away with it and gets the first basket for the Nets. 111-109. And it looks like Giannis is looking for a foul there. He claimed someone pushed off there to put him on the ground. That's what gave Bruce Brown that easy lane for that layup. So Chris Middleton comes back. He misses the mid-range jumper, rebounded by James Harden. 111-109. Durant, mid-range jumper. He misses it. Rebounded by Giannis. So it's a 2-point game. Nets up 111-109. Big three for Jrue Holiday. He misses it off the back rim. 3-pointer from the left wing. Jrue Holiday missed it off the back rim. Rebounded by Joe Harris. 3:50 to go. James Harden with the basketball. James Harden probing. Gets it to Blake Griffin at the top of the key. 3-point shot. As the shot clock's winding down, Giannis tips it to Jrue Holiday. 3:30 to go. Giannis trying to find PJ Tucker. Is deflected by Joe Harris. 19 on the shot clock. So it's 111-109. Nets get that first basket by Bruce Brown, and a great back tip by Bruce Brown on Chris Middleton to force that turnover. Bruce Brown has been the difference here in overtime. He's got the first basket. He forces that turnover on Chris Middleton. Nets with possession. We approach 3 minutes to go in overtime. If you're not aware, Kevin Durant hit a fadeaway, long two to tie the game for the Nets at 109. The Bucks look to be in control. Kevin Durant off the back rim, one leg three. Offensive rebound, Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown just wants it more than everybody right now. He's doing every single thing possible to make sure the Nets get out of here with the win. Kevin Durant attacking downhill, has it somewhat blocked, no call, back tipped, possession stays with the Nets. 8 on the shot clock. James Harden with the basketball, guarded by Giannis. And Harden draws a foul, but the foul will be on the ground. So it was definitely the foul as Harden tried to go through with the sweep through. But again, it was on the ground, so they say it was no foul. It's not a shot attempt. Blake Griffin thought about a three. He attacks Brook Lopez. He can't get the layup. Rebounded by Giannis. This is a sensitive time right now. It's a 2-point game. The Bucks have not gotten anything clean offensively outside of that first Middleton jumper, but it's still a 2-point game. Mid-range jumper, Drew Holiday. He misses it off the back rim. Big rebound by James Harden. We're under 2 minutes to play. Nets up 2. And we got a foul called against PJ Tucker. He has fouled out. It was away from the ball, so I couldn't quite see it. But you can look at PJ Tucker. He's totally frustrated right now. It was away from the ball, and he's trying to fight through Blake Griffin. Okay, so Blake Griffin looks like he's trying to set the screen on PJ. PJ's fighting through the screen, and you can see the physicality by PJ. But PJ's saying that the initial contact is Blake Griffin, no call. So it'll be 111-109, Nets with the basketball. PJ Tucker going against Chris Middleton, double team on Kevin, gets it to Joe Harris. Straight away, 3, James Harden. He misses it. Rebounded by Brook Lopez. He gets it to Giannis. 1:37 to go. Nets up 2, Brook Lopez at the rim. And we got a jump ball between Brook Lopez and Kevin Durant. Right now, Brook Lopez just doesn't seem to know what he has to do. With the pass from Giannis, he did not even want to go up right there. He just stood there and allowed for Kevin to just tie him up. So big defensive play by Kevin Durant. Again, this game and the separation here in overtime is all Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown got the first basket. Bruce Brown has been getting a number of tap out and offensive rebounds to save possessions for the Nets. And when you look at how fatigued the Milwaukee Bucks look right now, it looks as if the Nets just needed that new life set up by Kevin Durant's long fadeaway 2 to tie this game at 109. The tap was won by Durant, but it was tipped out of bounds. So possession will stay with the Bucks. 16 on the shot clock. Nets 1 of 8 from the floor. Bucks 0 for 3. Giannis attacking Blake Griffin. Draws a foul on Blake Griffin. So we look at Giannis going off the dribble, takes him to the left baseline. And Blake Griffin has fouled out tonight, but he is giving everything that he possibly can for this Nets team. Another 17-point performance tonight to match his performance from Game 5. Giannis tonight with 38 points, 14 of 23 from the floor, 8 of 14 from the free throw line. So the refs are determining whether the foul was in the act of shooting. They say it's sideline out of bounds. So the Bucks were trying to maneuver their way into some free throws, to no avail there. But the Bucks retain possession. 1:25 to go. 1:25 to go. Giannis attacking Durant, and it's deflected by Durant. Possession will stay with the Bucks. You can look at Durant, and it goes off of Durant's left foot. It goes off of Durant's left foot. No question about it. All right, so they're going to review it. It's 9 seconds on the shot clock. The refs got it right the first time. It's 1:21 to go here in the fourth. The Nets are 1 of 8 from the floor here in overtime. Both teams fatigued, putting it on the line here under pressure. The Bucks are 0 of 3 from the floor. They got a number of turnovers here in overtime as well. Again, the difference here in overtime has been Bruce Brown. We'll see what happens over the next 121. They went to the review quickly. They didn't want to waste time. It is the Bucks basketball. 9 seconds to go. On the shot clock, 121. So to be baseline out of bounds, they put an extra second on the clock. So it's 10 seconds on the shot clock. They go to Giannis. Giannis is guarded by Durant. Durant trying to stand up to Giannis. Giannis inside. Contact. Can he get the roll? He does. Game tied at 11. 1:12 left here in overtime. Giannis with 40. Chris Middleton guarding Durant. 14 on the shot clock. Durant at the rim, blocked by Brook Lopez. Joe Harris for 3. He misses it. So it's rebounded by Brook Lopez with under a minute to play. Despite how bad the Bucks finished that fourth quarter in this totally tough and rough overtime, they have an opportunity to take the lead. Chris Middleton, fade away. Can he make it? He does. 2-point lead. Bucks lead by 2 with 40 seconds to go. 40.1 seconds to go. The Bucks are up by 2. Stay tuned for more as we have a timeout on the floor. Bucks lead by 2 here in overtime. 113-111. 40.1 seconds to go. .1 seconds to go. The Nets trail by 2 with possession. They go to Kevin Durant. 38 seconds left. Durant, fadeaway jumper over Chris Middleton. He misses it short. Rebounded by Giannis. So Chris Middleton with the basketball. 30 seconds left. The Bucks have been in this position going back to the end of regulation. Chris Middleton, guarded by Bruce Brown. 9 on the shot clock. 18 seconds. Middleton, baseline jumper. Goes off the back rim. Rebounded by Durant. 12 seconds left. Harden to Durant. 7 seconds left. Drew Holiday, guarded Kevin Durant. Durant, 3. Air ball. .3 left. The Bucks will win. .3 seconds left. The Bucks will pull off the upset. .3 seconds left. Big shot by Durant going back to regulation. He was in a similar spot. This time guarded by Drew Holiday. Holiday defended without fouling. Durant went straight up. He looked at the rim. It was on line, but it was an air ball. Big defense by the Bucks here, and this is a demoralizing, tough loss for the Brooklyn Nets. Obviously, you bring in the high-powered offense in James Harden and Kyrie Irving. Obviously, throughout this season, this team had so many expectations, but the injuries, the COVID protocol, and the personal reasons for which players were out, Kyrie Irving, Harden, and Durant both dealing with injuries, there was no real continuity that allowed for them to play together and be high powered for long periods of time. But they were so skilled and so dominant when they were on the floor. This Nets team was able to get to a second seed in the East. They're going up against the Milwaukee Bucks team who has Giannis Antetokounmpo, has Chris Middleton, has Drew Holiday. This unit had been together for so many years. This core of Brook Lopez, Giannis, and others built around Giannis. And Mike Budenholzer trying to get this team to that next level, trying to find a way to get them to win. This playoff victory is a big time victory. The Milwaukee Bucks have come into Brooklyn and defeated the Brooklyn Nets in a hard fought 7-game series, a classic series led by MVPs of the highest order. And if I'm Giannis Antetokounmpo, I, even though it's a second round series, I am fighting for my respect, considering the fact that so many have criticized the way that Giannis has played under pressure. They've criticized how he's closed, and they criticize what he's done uh, when he, at 26 years old, has won 2 league MVPs. He's won a Defensive Player of the Year. He led the Bucks to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2019 versus Toronto. They were 2 games away from the finals. Yes, he has his flaws, but a lot of what has been done for uh, this Bucks team in terms of personnel, when you look at how this team is built, I don't think that they've been built properly around Giannis's flaws. With that said, this series victory is a huge series victory considering the fact that they were the underdogs. They had to come back from an 0-2 deficit. They went home down 0-2. They won both games. They came back in game 5 without Kyrie Irving, respectfully. He sprained his ankle. He was out for the final 3 games of this series. They went to Brooklyn expected to win. They were up by 18 in the third quarter of game 5 and lost that game in heartbreaking fashion. You get a spectacular performance from Kevin Durant with 49 points. His 49 points um, not only did he get 49 points, but he got 15 rebounds and 10 assists. When he got that triple double, was complemented by a spectacular performance from Jeff Green and Blake Griffin. The Bucks went back home down. They went back home down 3-2, one at home, and have come on the road in Brooklyn and figured out how to pull off this victory in overtime. Now, while I'm speaking, there was a foul prior to the inbound on no, excuse me. There's a foul. There was a foul on the inbound to Brook Lopez, and he makes both free throws. So now Milwaukee's up by 4, 115 to 111. The Milwaukee Bucks have come into Brooklyn and overcome a spectacular performance from Kevin Durant in Game 7 to win 115 to 111. Let me get the final stats for you to make sure it's signed, sealed, and delivered. All the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed. 115 to 111. PJ Tucker tonight had 11 points. In 38 minutes, he tried everything he can to go against the likes of one of the greatest offensive players this league has ever seen. 11 points for PJ Tucker. Giannis Antetokounmpo on the road led his team in 50 tough, hard-fought minutes. 40 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists. He was 15 of 24 from the field. He was 8 of 14 from the free throw line, but he stepped up in the second, third, and the beginning of the fourth quarter to get himself in the rhythm at the free throw line in ways that many people in Brooklyn didn't expect him to do. Chris Middleton shot horrible from the field. I mean, horrible. Not of 26 from the floor. But the second half, he stepped up and made things happen. He was on the boards. He had 10 rebounds, 6 assists. He knocked down some huge baskets for the Bucks, including the go-ahead basket in overtime, which eventually led to a 4-point lead and a 4-point win. He was 9 of 26, 23 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Brook Lopez had 17 points. He had a better game through the first 3 quarters. Fourth quarter and overtime, not so much, but he made it happen, and much respect to him. Jrue Holiday, I was hard on Jrue Holiday for the entire game. He was shooting horrible. He ended up shooting horrendous, 5 for 23. But I cannot deny the huge 3-pointers that he made in that fourth quarter. 2 for 9 from 3, but those 2 threes looked to have sealed the game for the Bucks in regulation. Again, we'll get to Kevin Durant's heroics in a second. But Tonight, Drew Holiday had 13 points. He had 7 rebounds. He had 8 assists. He had to defend Kevin Durant at times during this game and James Harden. He also had um, a number of deflections. He didn't get the steals per se, but he got a number of deflections that made it difficult on not only Kevin Durant but James Harden and others in this game. On the bench, the Bucks didn't get anything from anybody other than Pat Connaughton. Connaughton had 9 points, but he played 23 minutes and made it very, very difficult for the Nets to leave him, especially in the first half when he was shooting. Now we go to the Nets. The Nets were the favorite team. Again, they had Harden, they had Kyrie, they had Durant. Injuries shifted the trajectory of the series, and in the end, it came back to haunt them. But Kevin Durant was spectacular. He played the entire game, 53 minutes, had 48 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. He had a steal, he had a block. He just was, again, spectacular on all fronts. He was 17 of 36. He had to put it on the line, 4 for 11 from 3, 10 for 11 from the free throw line. Blake Griffin's spectacular performance on the boards, 11 rebounds, had 17 points, and he had to battle against the likes of Giannis Antetokounmpo in the post and just try to be a presence and an anchor to try to help this Nets team. Uh, when you look at Joe Harris, he had 10 points tonight, but he did not shoot well. Only 3 of 10 from the field, 3 of 9 from 3. He couldn't get anything done. Bruce Brown played spectacular for the Nets. 7 of 9 from the floor. He had 6 rebounds, and his 14 points, while only being 14, very instrumental in how he was able to get extra possessions for the Nets. He got the only basket for the Nets in overtime. He tried everything he can to get back tips and 50-50 balls for the Nets. He did the little things and the glue guy things that contribute to a championship and winning situation. Fortunately, the Nets just fell short. James Harden tonight had 22 points despite being limited with the hamstring injury, and much respect to James Harden understanding his team's circumstance without Kyrie Irving falling in that game 4. Harden knew he wasn't 100%, but he couldn't leave Kevin Durant out there by himself. And despite his struggles in game 5, 6, and 7, he was a presence. He was a playmaker. He tried to score as best he could, get into the free throw line. He knocked down timely threes, and he was definitely there when it mattered most. Tonight, he had 22 points. He had 9 rebounds. He had 9 assists. He definitely tried to impact the game as best he could, despite being limited with that hamstring injury. It just was but so much he could do down the stretch, especially when you ride the hot hand like Kevin Durant. On the bench, the Nets got nothing. Jeff Green, while I mentioned his 27-point performance in Game 5, he did not perform well in Game 6, and he did not perform at all tonight. Outside of being a presence on the floor defensively against Giannis in 13 minutes, he didn't do much. Landry Shamet in 7 minutes didn't do anything. With that said, the Nets probably don't feel as bad because of how they lost due to the injuries. They probably think or should feel like, in my opinion, that if they come back 100% healthy next year, get the continuity necessary to win and compete night in and night out, that they should be a front runner for a championship. Just unfortunately this year, the bricks of the game being what it is, injuries, COVID, and so many other things, and that's just weren't able to get that continuity necessary to advance. So you just finished listening to a Game of Day by Zay presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. I'm Isaiah Rhodes. Thank you for listening to, once again, a classic. This was Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. This was Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals between the Brooklyn Nets and the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks pull it out in overtime, 115 to 111. I'm Isaiah Rhodes. Stay tuned for more, as we will be back tomorrow with Game 7 between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Atlanta Hawks, and also the start of the Western Conference Finals between the Los Angeles Clippers and the Phoenix Suns. Thank you. Peace.